Hi, and welcome to NNC 5. I'm your host, Robert, and today we're going to be talking about the Women's Strike for Equality. Before the women's civil rights movement, women's primary role in the home was as a caretaker and homemaker. They couldn't inherit land, they had a hard time getting jobs, and when they did find jobs, there was unequal pay. And now, over to Carrie for some interviews from the march.
This is Carrie here reporting from the Equality Women's Strike. There are many activists here, including Eleanor Roosevelt, Betty Friedan, who defined the problem with femininity by writing her own book, Feminine Mystique, and Gloria Steinem. Is that her over there? What, in your opinion, is the definition of feminism?
Women are always saying, we can do anything men can do. But men should be saying, we can do anything a woman can do.
Oh, look, another activist. Are you Eleanor Roosevelt?
Why, yes, my dear, yes, I am.
What are some words you have on powerful women?
A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong it is until it's in hot water.
Thank you, Eleanor. On to Stacy.
Thanks, Gary. There are many women out here today in New York for the Women's Strike for Equality. Similar acts of women fighting for equality and respect has been shown throughout history. Examples of this activism includes the Miss America pageant, which was only 2 years ago in 1968, when women went against this cattle auction and threw Playboy magazines, bras, and girdles into a trash can to show that they will not be objectified. And who could forget the women's activist groups, such as the New York Radical Women, which was created in 1967 to 1969. And later that year, the Red Stockings were created. Recently, last year in March, the Red Stockings even organized the Abortion Speak Out for women to speak about their abortion experiences. Now, onto our producer, Chris, to analyze whether these acts are passive resistance.
Women's Equality Strike was one of the biggest marches, and now working women and college students all over the nation are organizing marches and protests for equal rights in the workforce for women. Now back to Robert at the station.
The strike received much attention, both positive and negative. Some women called it a national celebration of womanhood. Others simply watched the protest, unsure what it was even about. One woman in the crowd was quoted as saying, "I don't know what these women are thinking of. I love the idea of looking delectable and having men whistle at me." Many news programs questioned the soundness of the protest. CNBC News had a poll that found that 2/3 of American women did not feel as they were oppressed.
Looks like the women's activism paid off. In 1963, the Equal Pay Act is passed by Congress, promising equitable wages for the same work, regardless of the race, color, religion, national origin, or sex of the worker. In 1964, the Title VII of the Civil Rights Act passes, prohibiting sex discrimination in employment, which results in the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. In 1965, the Supreme Court establishes the right of married couples to use contraception. In 1968, President Lyndon B. Johnson signs an executive order prohibiting sex discrimination by government contractors and requiring affirmative action plans for hiring women.
Here we are back in NNC 5 in wonderful 2019. I'm your host again, Robert, 49 years later after our previous broadcast. Obviously, I haven't aged a bit. Today, women compose nearly 1/2 of the U.S. labor force. In 1960, 70% of families had a stay-at-home parent, and today, either both parents are working or a single parent is working in 70% of U.S. families. In 2/3 of all households, women are either the main breadwinner or co-breadwinners, according to the Center of American Progress. In 40% of households, women are the only wage earners. Yet on average, in the workplace, women earn 20% less than men doing comparable jobs. Although the pill was available in 1960 for menstrual regulation, it was not legal to prescribe the pill or even discuss contraception. until 1969. Nowadays, you can use it whenever you want, whether you're married or single or anywhere else, and it's perfectly legal. As you can see, in the last couple of years, women have gained a lot of rights. There are many more opportunities available. However, there still are some things that need to be fixed.
Girl power.